Major news is shaking the music world as Drake has reportedly lost his high-profile "Not Like Us" lawsuit, leaving fans and critics alike questioning the future of one of the biggest names in the industry. The legal battle, which has been ongoing for months, centered around allegations that Drake's track borrowed heavily from another artist's work without proper credit or compensation. Initially, fans and media outlets were divided, debating whether the case had any real chance of succeeding. But now, with court documents confirming the verdict against him, it's clear that this could have massive repercussions for both Drake's career and his financial empire. The ruling has sent shockwaves across social media, where fans and music insiders are dissecting every detail of the decision. Clips from the courtroom and expert commentary are going viral, fueling speculation about potential appeals, damages, and how this might reshape Drake's public image. Many are calling it a defining moment, one that could permanently alter his position in the music world. Reactions from fellow artists, industry insiders, and critics are flooding in. Some are celebrating the ruling as a long-overdue affirmation of artistic rights, while others are questioning how this loss will affect Drake's ability to release music and collaborate with major artists moving forward. The legal defeat also raises broader questions about copyright in the modern music industry, with fans debating whether this case could set a precedent that impacts not only Drake but other top-tier artists. With millions watching and the story developing daily, fans are eager to know the full extent of the fallout. Will this lawsuit tarnish Drake's legacy permanently, or will he find a way to rebound? One thing is certain, this is not just another legal battle. It's a defining moment in the career of one of music's biggest icons, and the consequences could be felt for years to come. The shockwaves from Drake losing his high-profile "Not Like Us" lawsuit are still reverberating across the music industry. For months, fans, media outlets, and legal experts speculated about the outcome of the case, but the recent ruling has made it clear that Drake is facing serious consequences. The lawsuit alleged that Drake's hit track borrowed heavily from another artist's work without proper credit or compensation, a claim that has now been upheld in court. This isn't just a minor setback, it's a legal defeat that could reshape the way Drake operates, both creatively and financially. Music insiders are already discussing how the verdict might affect his collaborations, album releases, and even his brand deals, painting a picture of uncertainty that no artist of Drake's caliber has faced in recent memory. Social media erupted almost immediately after the news broke. Clips from courtroom proceedings, legal experts' commentary, and fan reactions flooded Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Hashtags referencing the case began trending, while memes and reaction videos quickly multiplied. Some users celebrated the verdict as a victory for artists' rights, arguing that it sets a necessary precedent for the music industry. Others expressed disbelief, questioning how Drake, a global icon known for his meticulous production and industry knowledge, could have found himself on the losing side of such a high-profile lawsuit. The intensity of the conversation reflects not only Drake's influence, but also the cultural weight of the legal battle itself. The courtroom details are particularly striking. According to sources familiar with the proceedings, the judge emphasized the similarities between Drake's track and the plaintiff's original work, noting elements that went beyond mere inspiration. Music experts testified about the structural and melodic overlap, providing technical evidence that supported the plaintiff's claims. This level of scrutiny underscores the seriousness of the case and explains why the ruling came down so decisively against Drake. For an artist accustomed to dominating charts and public perception, being found in violation of copyright law is a blow to both reputation and credibility. Financial repercussions are also expected to be significant. Losing a lawsuit of this magnitude can involve substantial damages, legal fees, and potential royalty payments. Industry insiders suggest that Drake may be required to compensate the original artist, potentially affecting earnings from the track and any related streams or licensing deals. Beyond the immediate financial impact, there's the ripple effect on Drake's future projects. Labels, collaborators, and sponsors will undoubtedly assess the risks of partnering with an artist currently embroiled in legal complications. This isn't just a courtroom loss, it's a real-world challenge that could influence Drake's career trajectory for years. Fan reactions are already polarizing. Some argue that Drake's legacy is untouchable, pointing to his decades of chart-topping hits, cultural influence, and ability to innovate across genres. For them, one lawsuit does not diminish his impact or artistry. Others are less forgiving, suggesting that this legal defeat tarnishes his reputation and could embolden other artists to pursue similar claims. The debate highlights how public perception can shift rapidly when legal matters intersect with celebrity culture, with millions of fans weighing in from around the globe. Industry analysts are also weighing the broader implications. They note that copyright law in the music industry is more complex than ever, especially with digital streaming, sampling, and collaborations across genres. Cases like this set precedent, sending a message that even top-tier artists are not above the law. The ruling against Drake could influence future lawsuits, alter how producers approach sampling, and encourage original artists to pursue claims they might have previously avoided, knowing the legal system now takes these matters seriously. Meanwhile, Drake's team is expected to explore appeals. Legal experts suggest there may be avenues to challenge the ruling, but success is uncertain. Even if an appeal is filed, the immediate damage, both to finances and public perception, has already occurred. The timing could not be wise, with Drake preparing for upcoming releases and tour plans. Fans, media outlets, and industry insiders will be watching closely, analyzing every legal maneuver and public statement to understand how this lawsuit could impact the global superstar's next moves. Ultimately, the Not Like Us lawsuit is more than just a legal battle. It's a pivotal moment in Drake's career. It exposes the vulnerabilities even the most dominant artists face, reminds the industry of the importance of copyright and originality, and ignites a debate about accountability in music. Millions of fans are watching, dissecting, and reacting, making it clear that this case is not only a courtroom matter but a cultural event that will define headlines for weeks to come. The fallout from Drake losing the Not Like Us lawsuit is already reverberating across the music industry, and fans are scrambling to understand the full impact. While the ruling confirms that Drake is legally accountable for the alleged copyright infringement, it also raises questions about his future in the industry. For an artist who has built a career on dominance, innovation, and a new perfect ability to navigate legal and creative challenges, this represents a rare vulnerability. Industry insiders suggest that the repercussions extend beyond a single track, affecting collaborations, sponsorship deals, and even upcoming album releases. Every move Drake makes now will be scrutinized, not only for artistic quality but for potential legal ramifications. Social media is buzzing like never before. Clips from the Courtroom, expert breakdowns, and fan reaction videos have flooded TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Hashtags referencing the case are trending, while memes mocking the situation have gone viral. Some fans celebrate the verdict, viewing it as a triumph for smaller artists and a win for copyright law. Others are shocked that Drake, a global superstar with vast resources, could lose such a high-profile case. The intensity of the conversation illustrates how celebrity legal battles are no longer just private matters. They are global cultural events. Financial implications of the verdict are staggering. Losing the lawsuit may mean significant damages, potential royalty payments to the original artist, and extensive legal fees. Music industry analysts predict that the financial impact could extend beyond the specific track in question, as labels and collaborators reconsider the risks of working with Drake while the legal dust settles. Even if an appeal is filed, the immediate loss has already shaken confidence among some business partners and fans, introducing a rare moment of uncertainty for an artist used to controlling every aspect of his career. The legal documents from the case reveal the depth of scrutiny applied to Drake's work. Musicologists and legal experts provided detailed testimony about similarities between Not Like Us and the original track, citing structural, melodic, and rhythmic parallels. The judge's ruling clearly sided with the plaintiff, underscoring the seriousness of the infringement and leaving Drake with few options. While sampling and inspiration are common in the music industry, courts are increasingly taking copyright claims seriously, emphasizing the need for clear permission and proper credit. For Drake, a history of working across genres and collaborating with multiple producers now faces new legal scrutiny. Reactions from fellow artists and industry insiders are mixed. Some peers have expressed sympathy, emphasizing that even the most careful and successful musicians can face legal challenges in today's environment. Others have quietly celebrated the ruling, viewing it as a reminder that no one is untouchable, not even someone with Drake's status and influence. The verdict also sparked renewed debate about copyright enforcement in the streaming era, where millions of plays can turn a song into a multi-million-dollar asset in weeks. Drake's loss may serve as a cautionary tale for both established stars and emerging artists navigating the complexities of music rights. Fans are split on the long-term consequences for Drake's career. Loyal supporters argue that one legal loss does not erase decades of chart-topping success, cultural influence, and iconic performances. They point out that Drake has faced criticism before and emerged stronger each time, suggesting that he may do the same here. Critics, however, argue that losing a high-profile case could damage his credibility and reputation, particularly among artists and collaborators who now may be more cautious about partnering with him. The debate reflects a tension between celebrity culture and legal accountability, with fans eager to predict how this story will unfold. Media outlets have also amplified the story, turning the lawsuit into a national and international headline. Experts break down every detail of the verdict, discussing potential appeals, financial penalties, and the precedent it could set for the music industry. The case has become a cultural touchstone, illustrating how legal battles can intersect with fame, influence, and public perception. Each new article, video, or discussion adds fuel to the viral nature of the story, keeping the conversation alive and ensuring that millions of fans remain invested. Beyond the legal and financial aspects, the ruling is a significant moment for discussions about accountability in music. It highlights the challenges artists face in balancing creativity with legality and serves as a reminder that even global superstars must adhere to copyright laws. For Drake, this is not just a setback. It's a defining moment that could reshape how he approaches music, collaborations, and his public image moving forward. Fans and industry insiders alike are watching closely, waiting to see what steps he takes next. Ultimately, the loss of the Not Like Us lawsuit is more than just a courtroom defeat. It is a cultural moment, a viral sensation, and a cautionary tale all rolled into one. It challenges perceptions of celebrity invincibility, underscores the importance of copyright in the modern music era, and ignites debates that reach far beyond the courtroom. Millions of eyes are on Drake, and how he responds could define the next chapter of his career. The ramifications of Drake losing the Not Like Us lawsuit are becoming increasingly clear, and the music industry is buzzing with analysis, speculation, and reaction. Fans, legal experts, and music insiders are dissecting every detail of the case, trying to understand how one of the most meticulous and successful artists in history could face such a defeat. At the center of it all is the ruling itself. The court found that Drake's track borrowed substantial elements from the original work without proper credit or compensation, a verdict that carries both financial and reputational consequences. For an artist whose brand relies on innovation and influence, this loss is far more than a legal technicality. It's a moment that could ripple through every aspect of his career. Social media exploded in the aftermath of the ruling. Clips of courtroom moments, commentary from music experts, and fan reaction videos flooded TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. Memes circulated within hours, some poking fun at Drake's loss, while others celebrated the victory for the original artist, framing it as a win for creative rights in the music industry. Hashtags referencing the case quickly began trending, and discussion threads on Reddit and Twitter dissected every legal and musical nuance. Fans debated whether Drake's track had truly crossed the line or if the verdict was an overreach, reflecting how public opinion has become inseparable from legal outcomes in today's celebrity culture. Music analysts and industry insiders weighed in on the potential financial fallout. The ruling could result in significant damages, including royalty payments to the original artist, legal fees, and perhaps even the need to halt streaming or distribution of Not Like Us temporarily. For Drake, who relies heavily on streaming revenue, touring, and collaborations, the verdict may have immediate consequences for his earnings and contractual obligations. Some speculate that labels and collaborators will now carefully consider the legal implications before engaging in future projects with him, adding a layer of tension to his business dealings. The courtroom testimony provided insight into why the verdict was so decisive. Expert witnesses highlighted melodic, structural, and rhythmic similarities between Drake's track and the plaintiff's original work. The judge ruled that these similarities went beyond inspiration and constituted copyright infringement. For an artist with extensive experience in the industry, this is a rare demonstrating that even top-tier talent is not immune from scrutiny. Legal experts note that this case will likely be referenced in future copyright disputes, potentially setting a precedent that affects sampling and song construction in the streaming era. Fan reactions have been polarizing. Many of Drake's loyal supporters argue that a single lawsuit cannot diminish his decades-long influence, his record-breaking albums, or his iconic performances. They see the ruling as a minor bump in an otherwise monumental career. Critics, however, have seized on the verdict as evidence that even the biggest stars are accountable, emphasizing the importance of respecting original work and giving credit where it's due. The split among fans has fueled heated discussions online, with some arguing that the loss tarnishes Drake's legacy, while others insist it's merely a momentary setback in an otherwise unstoppable career. The media coverage has been relentless. Outlets from music blogs to mainstream news have broken down the ruling in detail, discussing the potential for appeal, the financial implications, and the precedent it may set. Industry experts have analyzed the decision, predicting that other artists might face increased scrutiny for similarities in their work. This case has become a talking point not just for Drake fans but for the music community at large, highlighting ongoing conversations about creativity, copyright, and responsibility in the digital age. At the heart of the controversy is the tension between artistic inspiration and legal boundaries. Sampling, borrowing, and influence have always been part of music, especially in hip-hop, where artists build on one another's work. Yet the verdict underscores that inspiration has limits and that even the most successful artists must navigate the legal system carefully. For Drake, this is both a financial and cultural lesson, a reminder that influence and fame do not grant immunity from accountability. The loss of the Not Like Us lawsuit has also sparked broader cultural debate. Fans are asking whether this could affect Drake's credibility, collaborations, or public perception. Will he bounce back stronger, proving that one legal loss doesn't define him? Or will this become a lasting stain on his career? The global attention on this case ensures that every move he makes next will be closely scrutinized. Whether on social media, in interviews, or in future projects, Drake's response will be dissected by millions, making this one of the most consequential moments of his career to date. Ultimately, Part 3 of this saga illustrates that the implications of Drake's loss extend far beyond the courtroom. It's a viral cultural moment, a financial challenge, and a reputational test, all rolled into one. Fans and critics alike are watching closely, ready to see whether Drake will reclaim his position as one of music's most untouchable figures or whether this legal defeat will mark a turning point in his career. The drama surrounding Drake losing the Not Like Us lawsuit isn't just confined to courtrooms or social media. It has spilled over into every corner of the music industry. From label executives to collaborators and fans around the globe, everyone is analyzing what this ruling means for Drake's career, his creative freedom, and his public image. For a superstar who has long dominated charts, broken streaming records, and shaped modern hip-hop culture, this moment is unprecedented. Legal experts emphasize that the verdict goes beyond financial damages. It's a cultural and professional warning that even icons must adhere to copyright law. This isn't simply a legal loss. It's a reality check for one of music's biggest names. Social media reactions have been intense and widespread. Fans have flooded TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube with reaction videos, memes, and commentary, dissecting every angle of the case. Memes portraying Drake in humorous or dramatic ways went viral within hours, while TikTok creators analyzed the courtroom footage, highlighting moments they believed showed the gravity of the verdict. Twitter threads exploded with debate, splitting users into camps. Those defending Drake as a creative genius who may have crossed a line unintentionally, and those insisting the ruling proves that no one is above accountability. The virality of the story demonstrates how quickly legal events in the celebrity world can become global cultural moments. Industry insiders have begun weighing in on the financial and creative implications. Losing this lawsuit may require Drake to pay damages, cover legal fees, and potentially compensate the original artist, which could impact revenue from streaming, licensing, and touring. Collaborators, labels, and sponsors are now assessing the risk of associating with an artist currently facing legal scrutiny. Even an appeal might not fully mitigate the financial or reputational impact, leaving Drake navigating a precarious situation while maintaining his brand and preparing for upcoming releases. The verdict has created an unprecedented level of uncertainty for someone accustomed to controlling his public and professional image. The legal testimony presented in the courtroom has been heavily analyzed by experts. Musicologists pointed out specific melodic, rhythmic, and structural similarities between Drake's Not Like Us track and the original work, concluding that the overlap went beyond inspiration and constituted copyright infringement. The ruling serves as a reminder that in today's music industry, borrowing without proper clearance can have serious consequences, regardless of an artist's status. Drake, known for collaborating with multiple producers and exploring diverse musical styles, now faces heightened scrutiny with every new project, reinforcing the importance of legal diligence in artistic creation. Fan reactions have been polarized. Some insist that Drake's legacy is untouchable, pointing to his decades of chart-topping albums, global influence, and unparalleled work ethic. They argue that one legal setback will not erase his impact on the music industry. Others are less forgiving, claiming that this loss could tarnish his credibility and influence, emboldening other artists to pursue legal action in the future. The split among fans has fueled heated online debates, highlighting how a single lawsuit can dominate public discourse and affect cultural perception. Media coverage has amplified the story to international attention. Outlets from major news networks to music blogs have dissected the ruling, speculating on potential appeals, financial repercussions, and how this precedent might impact copyright cases in the streaming era. Analysts point out that this moment is significant not just for Drake, but for the broader industry. It highlights the need for careful navigation of intellectual property rights and reinforces the importance of originality, proper licensing, and attribution in modern music. Beyond finances and legalities, the ruling touches on Drake's cultural influence. He has been a defining figure in hip-hop and pop music for over a decade, and this lawsuit raises questions about accountability, creative boundaries, and artistic responsibility. How Drake responds in the coming weeks, through statements, collaborations, or creative work, will be closely scrutinized by fans, media, and industry peers. Every move has the potential to either repair his public image or prolong the fallout from the lawsuit. Ultimately, Part 4 demonstrates that this is far more than a simple courtroom loss. It's a viral cultural event, a financial challenge, and a defining moment in Drake's career. Fans, critics, and industry experts alike are watching closely, anticipating how he will respond to this unprecedented setback. The Not Like Us lawsuit is a vivid reminder that even the biggest names in music are not immune from consequences, and it could shape the trajectory of Drake's career for years to come. The Not Like Us lawsuit loss is more than just a headline. It's a pivotal moment that could redefine Drake's career and legacy. Fans and industry experts alike are now analyzing what this ruling means for his future, and the implications are staggering. Losing a high-profile case like this doesn't just affect finances. It shakes public perception, puts collaborations under scrutiny, and sends a message across the industry that no one is untouchable. For an artist whose name is synonymous with success, innovation, and cultural dominance, this is one of the rare times where the global superstar must navigate both professional and reputational fallout simultaneously. Financially, the consequences are substantial. Reports suggest that Drake may be liable for significant damages, including royalties owed to the original artist, court costs, and potentially lost revenue from streams or licensing tied to Not Like Us. Collaborators, record labels, and sponsors are undoubtedly taking a closer look at any ongoing or future projects, as this ruling has injected a new level of caution into business decisions involving Drake. Even if an appeal is filed, the financial uncertainty is immediate, reminding everyone that no superstar operates outside the legal system. This is a rare vulnerability for someone who has spent over a decade building one of the most profitable brands in music history. Social media continues to amplify every development. TikTok creators have stitched courtroom footage with dramatic music, Instagram accounts post memes and reactions, and Twitter debates rage across multiple threads. Fans are divided, some defending Drake as a creative genius who may have unknowingly crossed a line, and others celebrating the victory for artistic integrity. Memes and reaction videos have become part of the narrative, transforming a legal event into a viral cultural moment. The intensity of the online conversation demonstrates how celebrity lawsuits are no longer just legal matters. They become shared cultural experiences where fans, critics, and influencers all weigh in. Legal experts have dissected the case in detail, noting the structural, melodic, and rhythmic similarities between Drake's track and the original work. Testimonies highlighted clear evidence of copying, and the judge's ruling confirmed that these similarities constituted infringement. The verdict signals a shift in how courts may approach similar cases in the future, emphasizing that even top-tier, globally successful artists must adhere to copyright law. The decision may also influence how producers, collaborators, and record labels handle sampling, collaboration, and music clearance moving forward, reshaping the legal landscape of the industry. Fan reactions are intense and polarized. Loyal Drake supporters argue that one lawsuit cannot tarnish his decades of dominance, record-breaking streams, and influence over global music trends. Critics, however, contend that this is a wake-up call that even the biggest artists are accountable, and that it could inspire other artists to pursue legal action in the future. The online debate is relentless, with fans analyzing every detail, projecting potential outcomes, and speculating on how this might affect Drake's creative freedom. The verdict has become a lightning rod for discussions about celebrity, accountability, and artistic responsibility in the modern music era. Industry insiders are also weighing in. Some view this as a cautionary tale, highlighting the importance of legal diligence when creating, sampling, or collaborating on music. Others note that the ruling could set a precedent for future copyright claims, encouraging more artists to defend their intellectual property aggressively. Drake's situation underscores a growing tension in the industry between creativity, innovation, and legal responsibility. It also raises questions about how artists, even those with massive resources, must navigate the complex legal landscape surrounding music rights in the digital age. The cultural implications of this lawsuit cannot be overstated. Drake is more than a musician. He is a global icon whose decisions influence trends, streaming habits, and public discourse. Losing a lawsuit of this magnitude puts him under unprecedented scrutiny, with fans, media, and industry professionals closely analyzing every subsequent move. From public statements to collaborations, album releases, and social media activity, Drake's response will be dissected, and the world will be watching. The pressure to reclaim his reputation is immense, and his next steps will define the next chapter of his career. Ultimately, the Not Like Us lawsuit marks a defining moment in Drake's journey. It is a reminder that even the most successful and influential artists are not immune to the law. The financial consequences, the reputational stakes, and the cultural ripple effects make this more than just a legal battle. It is a viral, global event that will shape how the world views one of music's most dominant figures. Fans, critics, and industry insiders alike will be watching closely to see whether Drake can rebound from this unprecedented setback and reclaim his position as a cultural and musical powerhouse. The shocking loss of the Not Like Us lawsuit has sent Drake into uncharted territory, and fans everywhere are weighing in. What do you think? Is this the beginning of a major setback for Drake? Or will he find a way to bounce back stronger than ever? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let us know if you're Team Drake, defending his legacy and influence, or Team Accountability, saying no artist is above the law. Share this video with friends who follow hip-hop drama, and hit that like button if you want more viral breakdowns of the biggest music controversies. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss the latest updates, reactions, and insider analysis as this story continues to unfold. With millions watching, every move Drake makes next will be dissected in real time. Stay tuned for every twist in this epic saga.